Good morning. Spurgeon's entry for morning of April 18th from Joshua chapter 2, the story of Rahab and the spies before the fall of Jericho. Verse 21 says this, "And she tied the scarlet cord in the window." Rahab depended for her preservation upon the promise of the spies, whom she looked upon as the representatives of the God of Israel. Her faith was simple and firm, but it was very obedient. To tie the scarlet cord in the window was a very trivial act in itself, but she dared not run the risk of omitting it. Come, my soul, is there not a lesson here for you? Have you been attentive to all your Lord's will, even though some of his commands should seem non-essential? Have you observed in his own way the two ordinances of believers' baptism and the Lord's Supper? These neglected argue for much unloving disobedience. Be henceforth in all things blameless, even to the tying of a thread, if that be what God has commanded. This act of Rahab sets forth a yet more solemn lesson. Have I implicitly trusted in the precious blood of Jesus? Have I tied the scarlet cord as with a Gordian knot in my window, so that my trust can never be removed? Or can I look out towards the Dead Sea of my sins, or the Jerusalem of my hopes, without seeing the blood and seeing all things in connection with its blessed power? The passerby can see a cord of so conspicuous a color if it hangs from the window. It will be well for me if my life makes the efficacy of the atonement conspicuous to all onlookers. What is there to be ashamed of? Let men or devils gaze if they will. The blood is my boast and my song. My soul, there is one who will see that scarlet cord even when from weakness of faith you cannot see it yourself. Jehovah the Avenger, he will see it and will pass over you. Jericho's walls fell flat. Rahab's house was on the wall, and yet it stood unmoved. My nature is built into the wall of humanity, and yet when destruction smites the race, I shall be secure. My soul, tie the scarlet thread in the window afresh and rest in peace.